Okay, let's begin. So we're gonna start with our line of action right here. We're gonna start today. We're gonna start with our. I guess we'll start with our head. Start with our torso. Or not start, but I can already tell from this one we're probably going to do a male character. Generally, males have a bigger upper body. That's not always the case, though. Especially if you see some, like a chick that like works out a lot or something like that. She works out her deltoids and stuff like that a lot. So all these things can be varied. Now, what some people have suggested, now take this with a big grain of salt, but the thing is, I have heard some people say, you know, the reason why males have a bigger upper body in some degree is because we used to hunt animals and we used to throw spears and stuff like that. So, and then like when women would get pregnant, this is just all hypothesis. I don't know if it's actually like, you know, full on, but some people said the thing why males have a bigger upper body at times is because we used to hunt animals and we used to like throw spears and stuff like that. And the thing is that when women would get pregnant, they would do like tasks around the camp, right? Because they can't go out in the fields and go hunt and stuff like that. So they would like pick berries and things of that nature, and then but the guys would have to go and protect them and stuff like that, right? Probably makes no sense at all, but that's what I've overheard some people talk about within like the figure drawing community. I mean, I guess it's not a community. I guess it's just hypothetically speaking on why this is well, it's also not only that, but it's also women bear children, so they generally have a bigger pelvis just to birth children. But so let's get our proportion thing going right here. So we're getting our proportion thing by analyzing this head size right here. And we're gonna mark this head size down. So we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Is that right? I think I messed that up. I got this head thing wrong. I actually should do this with this pencil. This can be kind of important right here. I did get that wrong. 2 4 5. Okay, there we go. This is in a 3/4 turn perspective, so we know that this is 7.5 heads high. You can do heroic. Heroic is generally like 8 heads high, but also if you notice, like a lot of like Miyazaki films and stuff like that, if you see the proportions that Miyazaki uses, he uses like 5 heads high. So a lot of anime characters, in terms of like the Japanese anime style, they're using a little bit of a different proportional grid. But why the proportion grid is important is because from this proportion grid, if you were to give this to an animator, an animator could draw anything in any single angle. If you tell this person, oh, can you draw this in the back view or the front view or the side, or even can you get it at the top of that, an animator could do that because there is a method, a perspective method to learn how to draw anything in any single angle from a constructed thing, not using reference. It's actually really crazy. Very, very crazy. Okay, so we're going to do the leg right there. No footed candy bar. Wow. That was crazy, actually, huh? See, these guys right up in here, these old... Man, there's so many tricks that, like, I don't see many people doing anymore. You know what's wild about it is they run their seats so high, man. Like, it's crazy, because if you look at my seat, I think my seat is actually really, really high. But, man, these guys are just, like full bore. They don't even care. It's ridiculous, actually. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, come on. New song. I'm not digging this. This is kind of like robotic. Spastic fork wheelie. What in the world? I didn't know you can get into it. I must have not seen this, because I feel like they're doing all these tricks that I have not seen in another video. Huh. Okay, let's see. Let's not get distracted up in here. So what are we going to do up in here? Should we do at night? Should we do... I feel like I always get like, the arms always kind of like trip me out. Because you can do the arm, I mean, I could do straight, do a T pose, you know. A lot of elements to this. And I'm watching this BMX video, so I'm kind of getting a little distracted. Oh my goodness, that is a crazy trick right there. I feel like I've done this pose already. Oh well. That's the other thing, is I generally just do like the same poses a lot of times and I don't even realize it. Pretty sure I did a similar pose the other day, but... I think we're gonna do a helmet this time, because I feel like if I do the helmet, like, actually I haven't really done like a cool helmet lately. And I want to do the bike as well. I know it sounds really cheesy because we're drawing at night, but it's something that kind of keeps me in the drawing. Okay, so I think we kind of got our thumbnail. He's gonna have like his hand on the shield right there, and it's very basic, by the way. This thing's like, but the big one is this proportion grid right there, because that's where I know where these landmarks can go. Without this proportion grid, I wouldn't know how big the size of the tire would be and stuff like that. Yeah, the proportion grid's very important. Okay, so now we're gonna do our second layer on the thumbnail. Just like before. By the way, the other thing is that sometimes, you know, say like you push this lead out, because this is one of these really cheap, you know, the big pen things, pencils. The thing is, if you have the lead out like that, it just always breaks, right? So sometimes I have to like do that, but then like push it down to where it's like just like a little bit's hanging out, just like that. just like that. Is this like a really old video? I don't even know what we're watching. Here, let's put on a more modern day video now. I guess we'll just watch this for a little bit. I wanted to put on a modern day video as well. Now, there is actually one element to the old style of riding that I kind of dig. I kind of dig that they would just like wear armor. Like they just went full bore, like Matt Hoffman and stuff. There's like this picture of like Matt Hoffman, he's just like wearing full on armor. It's hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna do our second layer. I think we could put a cape on this dude. Got our deltoid, got our bicep, got the forearm, thumb, maybe I shouldn't have a cape, honestly. Let's not have a cape, right? That doesn't look cool. Let's erase that. We'll just do some armor, I guess. Dude, look at that seat post. That thing is, oh my goodness, that's just ridiculous. I mean, that's how those guys are rocking, man. It's crazy, dude. Like, I've actually never seen this video before. This is hilarious. It's actually not hilarious. It's actually just like BMX lore, man. Like, that's the other thing that's actually really crazy is BMX would not be where it is if this stuff wasn't around, man. Like, you know? Like, sometimes I know this stuff gets hated on because it's like super cheesy, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. It's like, there's like, that's like the lore, man. Like, these guys were kind of like the innovators of what made, like, what even has created like the BMX, what's kept it going even now. Like, if it wasn't for these guys, like, who knows where BMX would have been. So there is some deeper lore within it all, I'd like to think. And this drawing is very little, by the way. So, well, I drew a little bag right here. We're doing the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, belt of truth. Probably gonna just do like a tabard or something. Looks pretty cool. Paladin. Shield of Faith. Probably put some plate mail over on this side as well. Come on, we need some different music up in here. Should we listen to listen to this? Okay, I feel like I'm like running out of my words. Leg drawing bicycles. Draw a flat on bike though. It's just so funny because it's like I used to just draw the character and now I just add just a random bike right there. But I honestly like adding the random bike is just fun. It's like, what in the world? What is that? Wait, that's a bicycle. What in the heck? I know it's really cheesy though, but oh well. I kind of like the whole knight trope. There actually have been some illustrations that I've seen, and it's like a dude, and you know, it's kind of like it's actually weird what they used to call the bicycle. They actually used to call the bicycle the Iron Horse. So in some sense, it could be, you know, like a horse or something. And generally, you know what I'll do. What I like doing about this kind of like this like character right here, and then the bike right there, is then it gives me enough little room to kind of like put in a verse right there. You know, like I could just like write like a verse right up in there. That thumbnail looks pretty good though. I'm kind of digging it. Oh, where's the squirrel? Yeah, that's a good question. You know, today we might even do a raven. I'm actually gonna have to look up some reference for a raven. I always have to look up reference for the animals because I don't. This stuff we can just kind of wing it because I've just drawn so many characters. But with animals and stuff, I have to actually, you know, find some reference and stuff, which isn't hard. You know, you could just type in like raven on a branch, and you know, you'll find probably one in that exact same angle. I kind of want to like put something right here. No, actually there was, oh man, it's actually kind of funny. This is actually reminding me, I have done a similar character like this, and I gave it to my buddy Dustin Oram. Dude, Dustin Oram has a gnarly freaking drawing, bro. He has a gnarly one that I gave him. He has one, I did a bike night, and the dude's like on top of this pig head, and the pig head's like, it has like all these like 666s coming out of it, and there's like this knight, and his foot's like on top of it. You know what we could maybe try and do is like maybe do like a snake or something. Huh. Maybe like an arrow or something. Maybe like it killed a person, so there's like a skull. Like a bunch of arrows, and this dude's just on a bunch of skulls. Just like, what in the world? Like, he just stepped into all this death. The devil's just been sacrificing people. Like Satan's just been sacrificing people. You can just make all sorts of weird stories up, huh? And we do like a raven. Man, see now this thumbnail is like really in depth, right? if you notice, like, I generally don't do thumbnails like this. Like, this one's, I'm kind of overthinking this one, honestly, right? But now the thing is see, like, this thumbnail, say I was doing an MTG card, right? Like, an MTG card, they would do, like 10 of these things, right? But they would do, like, they would have, like, a topic. They'd be, like, you know, like, holy aura or something like that, right? And, like, what would you draw for holy aura? Draw me 10 little thumbnails like this, and then the art director picks one of these, and then you would move on from this stage and then do a rough color stage. And then from the rough color stage, or it would be like lighting. They'd be like, so from this stage right here, they'd be like, okay, so where do you want the lighting? Okay, well, we want a lighting down here, you know, pushing out that way, or do we want a double light source over here pushing on that one? And then from this part, what some people would do is they would scan this in right here, print it out again. They would print out like a whole bunch of them, and then you could practice different light sources by just shadowing it a little bit. And I know some people would actually do it like that. Okay, let's just begin though. Let us begin. That's a pretty cool thumbnail though, I'm digging that. Now the one cool thing about digital art, see what's cool about digital art is you could just take this little thumbnail and then just blow it up and then just do the second layer right on top of that one. Which I do really miss that about digital art, is that you could do it that way. But the problem is like, you know, I can't really do that. I can't just take this and just draw it all like, you know. So, but I think it's kind of cool. There is an element to it because now we're just redrawing this thing. This is basically our reference that we're going to try and follow. And we've gotten a lot of the problems, you know, like that, you know, like the cape, for example, right? So, you know how I started this out, I actually put a cape on it, right? And if I were to just draw it big without me kind of knowing that, man, that would have just wasted a lot of time, because I would have probably done so many more lines, and I would have been like, oh, you know what, I don't want a cape on there, on the bigger drawing. Let's see here. I'm gonna out this up a little bit more, and then get into the drawing right there. Hopefully there's enough room where we can see it over on that side. Okay, let us begin. Appropriate. Whoa, dude, that trick was crazy. Did you see that? I've never seen anybody do that. Dude, that dude did a crossbar ride. It looked like a cross, huh? I want to see that again. Is he doing it right here? Oh, here it is. Here it is, I think. I've never seen it. Oh, no, he doesn't do it. Oh, here. Wow, look at this. Look at this. I've never seen anybody do that. Wow. Very strange, dude. I've never seen anybody do that trick right there. Interesting. Because generally, like, everybody you see doing that, they actually do it on their handlebars like that, so your legs are actually split apart. Dude, that looks like a cross trick right there, man. Interesting. I'm always like curious about cross-looking tricks. Interesting. Wow. It's crazy. I've never seen anybody do it that way. Huh. I'm surprised I even saw that in this video. Yeah, there's a reason why we're watching this video. Maybe it's because of that single clip right there. Alrighty, so let's build this figure up right here. Now the big one about building this figure up is that it's going to be this helmet. See how this helmet kind of like almost hits this top of the paper right here? That actually means we're going to have to shrink this guy down a little bit more, and we're going to have to use actually littler proportions just because his helmet goes up right there, right? Which that is going to be kind of an issue. Now I think today we're actually going to use this one to start just the main little proportion grid out, because this pencil is way easier to erase. So what we're going to do is is we're going to take this and we're going to, you know, we remembered that our line of action, which is the spine of the figure, is generally, you know, it's kind of like that. And we might have to push this guy a little bit more that way. So we actually, just thinking about this line of action right there, because I could see how I did it, that line of action is right there. Now how much variable of that to there is, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like that end of that sword right here is actually going to be on the edge of that page. So what we're going to actually do is we're actually going to erase this. And this is why these thumbnails are very important, because these thumbnails are kind of like the layout of how we figure out where all this stuff fits on this space of this page. So we're going to actually go maybe like that. That might work out. Now we're going to do just a very base, just a very little base kind of like helmet, or I mean head, just to see how we can apply this on here. So let's try and see if this proportional grid is going to work out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. That's actually going to be at the edge of the page. We don't want that, right? Because look, this guy at the, so if that's 7.5 already at the edge of that page, that means this foot is going to be off of the page. We're going to have to redo this. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to erase all this, and we're going to see if we can get it again, right? And this is kind of the hard part about doing the traditional medium, because this is kind of like why people don't like doing the traditional drawings. Because say if I was doing this on Photoshop, or I was doing this on like digitally, you wouldn't have to do that. All you'd have to do is just select that and then just like size it on your page, right? Which we're kind of doing that. It just takes more time to do that. But we did. But the good thing is that we figured out, I guess the one important aspect is we figured out where the line of action is on this relative to this page. That's about right there. We just messed up the head size right there, so we're actually going to do it just a little bit smaller. Like that. Let's see if this one's going to fit on here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. No, I almost feel like that one's too little. See, and it's interesting because it doesn't seem like it's that much different, right? But it actually does. Like, look at this. So this one's actually gonna. We actually might use this one. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. Yeah, we can maybe use it. Maybe just use it. Do it a little bit bigger. Like maybe just doing it like that. That, I think, is going to be it right there. And I actually forgot I used to do it this way as well. Because, you know, if you guys have watched my older characters, I was just going in with this pencil. These pencils are very hard to erase, by the way. This is why people don't use these things. But these things are really cheap, so you can just buy a bunch of them. Most people that do this, they use the non-photo blue colored pencils, but you have to like order them, or you have to go to an actual art shop to get them. But they feel exactly the same as these pencils. These ones are ones you can just get at Walmart. Basically, you can get everyone, and this is just computer paper, by the way. Everything that I use, I try and use the cheapest objects, because I like having, I like just having the ability, just if I were to just lose everything at a moment. So imagine if I just lost everything, right? I could probably find a piece of computer paper. I could probably find one of these pencils, because you can generally find them anywhere. And you can find these colored pencils at Walmart. But once you get into some of these very expensive things, sometimes it's hard. If you were to lose everything, sometimes you're so tied down to it. So that's why I started using these very cheap materials. But not only that, who I was inspired by to use these cheaper materials was actually Frank Frazetta. So it's kind of funny, because what Frank Frazetta actually used to do, the deeper lore about some of how Frank operated and how he did his illustrations, is that Frank Frazetta actually used to use the cheapest of things. Like, he would just use like Mickey Mouse colors, and it's so crazy because people think like he he was using all these crazy pencils and all this stuff, but honestly it was all just technique that he was doing. Like that's the big one, and that's kind of what I was like, wow, I didn't know he was just do it just generally just with anything, right? And that kind of just shows like you just give somebody just anything and they'd just be able to do something, right? Let's get into it. So let's see if we can find this proportional grid from this head sphere. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. And since it's going to be in the 3/4 angle of perspective, we're going to know that this is actually going to go out just a little bit. And his foot should be generally probably at his end of his foot should probably be right down there. So it's not off of the page right here. But also we have enough room to maybe put that little helmet, because he has like this helmet that kind of like, it actually almost kind of goes off of the page right there. But see, now this right here just took so much time, right? And we barely even did anything, right? We just did that. We like have barely drawn anything. But now the good thing is now since we have all this placed in here, now we can use the other pencil, and now we're gonna get into our kind of like our, I forgot what it's called, a gesture drawing. So I'm gonna use this pencil now, our blunted colored pencil. And we're going to get into our gesture drawing, and then we're going to erase that. After we draw this, we're going to erase these lines up in here. So let's just get into it. We're going to, and by the way, also what I'm doing on the side of the page, all this stuff right here, I like to, do this sometimes and just make sure I'm on that edge. And the reason why I want to be on that edge is because you can get like this thick line into a skinny line. It's kind of like using a brush a little bit. So we're gonna start with our head. This is our line of action, which is the spine of the figure. Now we're gonna start working our way up. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but we're gonna just go into working on our 3 immovable masses. And we can see our 3 immovable masses that we did on this figure right here. So we're using a very broad-shouldered torso construction, but it's also based on this proportion right here. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Now 4 right here, this 4, that's actually at the end of the pelvis. That's actually the end of that pelvis right there. So actually push that a little bit too hard. Actually probably needs to be like that. And that's what's good about this proportional grid, because then we can figure out where we're kind of like getting things wrong a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4 is the end of the pelvis. And see how this line of action goes like that? So his spine's like right there, but then his pelvis goes kind of like down like that. I probably make no sense at all, but that's what I'm trying to think about. Okay, so these are our 3 immovable masses. Now this is, I actually think I got that a little off right there, in all honesty, but because that needs to be, I actually think that needs to be like down there. Like that line shouldn't be like that right there. It should actually be like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think I messed this up a little bit too. See how this almost kind of like goes, I actually might have messed that up a little bit. I did mess it up, darn it. That's why this is all jankified. Ah, fudge. See, this is like the whole thing, like, the whole carpentry thing. You have to measure once. Or no, you measure twice and you cut once, right? This is where I messed up, right? I messed up some of these up in here, look. 1, I think I messed up that one. Darn it. Knew something was wrong. Now, what you could do, some people actually use a little, what should we call it? I forget what it's called, a little measuring thing. But I'm just gonna eyeball it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 7.5. Okay. Okay, I need to change this video. We're watching a different video. Let's look in here. Man, we almost freaking went through that whole thing. First measure time. Let me find a different BMX video. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I think I pushed this head. I think this head needs to be a little bit more. Oh, darn it. Oh, well. It doesn't need to be perfect. But you can get that way. Now, see, if you were doing like some crazy marble sculpture or something like that, you know, they would be so, like, those marble sculptor guys are like completely analytical. They're just like, this has to be. Now, the thing is, I'm just eyeballing all this stuff, right? But if you were like some crazy marble sculptor, like if you told me I was going to do this in marble sculpture, I would be like measuring, I'd be like, okay, here we go, you know, all that craziness. All right, let's do this. So let's just get into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. That's 5.5 is a very big one, by the way. 5.5 I know is a very, very big one. So 5.5, why it's so big is because 5.5 is the end of the kneecap. Now see, these big landmarks are very important to memorize. And I feel like it's not even that hard to memorize, right? It's just like 3 and 4, and then you got the end, right? And you build everything else off of that. And just like, and so, you know, like, just like the line of action right here, how it's like, kind of like flowied, you can take that same flow line and do it within the leg, right? So the leg could be like that as well, because the leg isn't just like it's not just like this where it's just like straight, right? So generally what I'll do from this is you can cut this in half, right? That is like the end of the crotch right there. We know that, right? I know it seems kind of weird, right? But from the end of, we just cut that in half, right? And so from there, we know that there's like this, I forgot what the muscle's called. It's like this big thigh muscle that goes down. And we're gonna just put a little circle right there. That is the knee. That is the end of the kneecap. And since this is a 3/4 figure, we know that that's gonna go up just a little bit because it's in perspective. Okay, so we're gonna push this, and then generally the shin bone, you know, if you see a lot of shin bones, they're actually just not straight. Shin bones actually curve a lot. So that's what we're gonna do right there. We're gonna do this curved shin bone, like this. It actually is gonna be basically at the end of the page, but it's okay. And see, just like this one was curved, we curved that. See how this out? See this is like a double. It's almost like this right here, but we're just kind of like doing it again. I feel like I just don't make any sense, but oh well. The thing is, if you guys read the Bridgman How to Construct a Figure Drawing book, I'm basically just, that's where I learned all this stuff, by the way. By the way, I really like this BMX video right here. I wish I could just have it on just there's a lot of great music on this BMX video. This is actually one of my first BMX videos as well that I really got into. And then so see like that shin bone right there? Like if you get that shin bone, you can kind of like put the muscles on top of that, right? And you know, you can build the knee right there. Okay, so from this point, see how it's all muddied up? It's all dirty. What we're gonna do is we're gonna erase all of this stuff that we got wrong. And this is actually one of the big reasons why I use these really cheap colored pencils. This is actually it's the very reason why people don't like using these colored pencils, but it's actually the very reason why I do like these colored pencils, is because when I layer something on top of it, it's almost kind of permanent. So this stuff actually stays right there. But a lot of people actually don't like that, because the thing is if you mess up this this proportional grid, like say I did all this with this pencil right here and I messed it all up, it's really hard to erase. So it's almost like you have to restart. But if you kind of take some time and then do the proportional grid and stuff like that, you can kind of have this as like this base layer. And it's almost like doing it like on Photoshop or something like that, right? Because the Photoshop layer, you know, you can kind of like have that layer kind of like in that like low opacity layer underneath it. And see how it's see how I can't even erase that? Look at that. See how it's just, that's why I like these cheap pencils. But the very reason why people don't like these things. But now what's crazy is I actually don't even know anybody that really does this. The only reason I started doing this was because there was, I don't know, I think it was either I guess I do kind of remember somebody doing it. It was somebody in Long Beach. Like somebody in Long Beach like gave me some pencils or something like that, and they're like, oh, you should try and using these. And then I just started using them because I had all my stuff stolen basically, and I was like, and I just started liking to use it. Because prior to using these pencils, if you look at my old like WoW illustrations, I actually used to use the lead holder pencils. They're called the Stadler lead holders. They're kind of pricey, and I would actually use those pencils. Now you can actually do it with those pencils as well. These are just cheaper. By the way, I'm gonna put on a heater. It's kind of cold in here, so I'm gonna put on a heater up in here. So. We're putting this heater up on here. It's cold. Okay. Man, that white cable looks cool. Alright, where are we at? Okay. Look at this. I think I'm actually going to push this head just a little bit. So let's start out with our arm now. So we're going to do our deltoid. I generally start with the deltoid. Now the deltoid actually has 3 muscles to it. There's actually a front delt. Now if you were into working out, you kind of know this, right? There's actually a front delt, there's a side delt, and there's actually a back delt. Now this is actually where the lats would be. Now lats are very hard to get, by the way. But if you look at like someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that, or any bodybuilder actually, generally how you get a gnarly V-taper, by the way, you know, like why they call it a V-taper is because a V-taper is like, you know, you could see it's like a V right there, right? And generally they work out their lats, so their lats are just like whoop. And yeah, so let's do we have our deltoid. This might actually be off the page, bro. I might have to redo this. I might have had to push this out a little bit more. Darn. This is actually really, really bad right here, boys and girls. Anybody that watches this, what is the bicep? This is, yeah, darn it. This is going to be like right off the page, which I actually don't like. Because sometimes when I'm like working off the page, I'm like having to smush things together. Yeah, I don't like this. This is like, I'm probably gonna redo this, darn it. Fudge. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe redo this, see how it's like it's gonna be off the page. And this is the problem with the traditional stuff. But I guess we could just practice right here. We're gonna redo this real quick. And still use this, by the way. Fudge. Fudge, I messed up. And see, that's where I messed up. Yeah, you could use the light. I could use the light box right now as well. We could actually do that right now. That's actually a good idea. So let's. I'm gonna take. This is actually a good point where actually people do use the light box as well. We could do our ghetto light box at the moment. So our ghetto light box. Let's actually see if I could get the ghetto light box to work up in here. So with the ghetto light box, I do have the light box in my room, but this is the ghetto light box. So we're taking our phone right here. See our phone? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it like this. I'm going to take this clipper thing right here, and I'm going to clip my phone to this piece of wood. And it's not actually going to clip. I might have to use something else. Darn, I'm going to have to find something else. Oh, here, man, I might use this. Might have to. Sometimes you have to use a different clipper. I might be able to use this clipper right here. But we're just basically going to clip our phone onto this piece of wood. Is that going to work? I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, you actually you did bring up a good point. This is actually a good point of when to do a light box technique, especially if you worked on something a bit. And see how we're pushing this piece of paper. We're going to push it out just a little bit more because I messed up the sizing. And what we're going to do is I have these little clippers. Where's the little clipper at? Come on. Sorry, everybody. It's actually kind of like the first time we're kind of doing this. I used to use a light box a lot on stream. Now, Creative Fit, that is a very good call because this is a very good time about showing when you can use the light box as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this clipper right here. We're going to clip this on top of this piece of paper. Actually, this one's all messed up. I'm going to have to get another one. Use this one right here. These little clippers. I have different size of these, by the way. And we're going to clip these two pieces of paper right here. I have this clipped up on here. Now what we can do, since we know the general sizing of a lot of this stuff, we're just going to just do the general scale. All that, we know this, just general landmarks now. And we're also going to take these measurements, and then we can build it from that, from these measurements right here. Did I mess that up? Maybe I did. Okay, let's restart it now. Okay. Take this off again. Now that's the ghetto light box technique. It's kind of nice though, because you could just, it's kind of portable, right? Whereas like if you did carry around a light box, there are very skinny light boxes you can use as well. Take out another piece of paper. Oh yeah, another thing I want to say is I also draw behind a piece of paper. See how I have two pieces of paper underneath this? Now the thing is, I actually used to draw behind a lot of pieces of paper, but if the thing is you know, the whole light box technique, generally you're drawing on top of one piece of paper, right? So it's kind of nice to get used to that pressure of having that one piece of paper on top of that one. And that's why I started drawing that way. Now how can I clip this on here? I'm wondering. Lurk, God got you tabbed up. Good night and God bless. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing good. D. Greg's TV. So I'm having this one. I would put this underneath it, but sometimes if you put it underneath it, you can mess it up. So I'm putting it underneath the other layer. You actually can't see it. It's actually off the screen now. But I'm putting I'm putting the little thumbnail, and then I have that little clipper, and then I'm using this big clipper to clip everything. That's why I really like clippers, because like you can just clip a whole bunch of things together very fast. Or you could use tape. Some people do use tape. So see, I would like that. No. And there's two pieces of paper underneath this one. And here's our old drawing. Where is it? I don't even know where our old drawing is. Oh wait, it's right here. It's this one. Actually, you know what we could do? This is what we'll do, so people can see the thumbnail that we just did. We'll just cut this. And our thumbnail. Let's put our thumbnail right, exactly right there. That might be even better. Boom. Now we're back in action, everybody. Boom. Okay, and how long is this stream? Oh my goodness, it's almost 4 hours. I'm like way behind. This is why I don't like doing these characters sometimes, because they take a good amount of time sometimes. Where's my pencil? Here it is. But it's okay, it's like playing a game. It's actually like playing a faster game, honestly, because, you know, in a lot of RPG games, you actually have to grind many hours just to, like, get an item. That's kind of why I actually, like, started liking to draw some of these characters, is because instead of grinding for an item, you can just draw it. It sounds hilarious, right? But, okay, where are we at up in here? Oop. I almost pressed the stop streaming thing. Yeah. I don't know if I should even, let's see here. Okay, let us begin again. Like this today is kind of hard actually, but it's okay. I feel like I'm being more analytical than I normally. Normally I'm not this analytical kind of, but I feel like just today it just seems more analytically. Okay, so we have the bicep, we have the forearm, we have the hand right here. Trying to just speed run it now. I'm gonna try and speed run it now. I feel like sometimes when I get really analytical, my drawings get kind of stiff too. I think it's because I was like talking and stuff as well. I'm like trying to like multitask. It's okay. Let's do our second layer. We kind of have this going now. So we could do a little bit more indication. Okay. Let's do our second layer. I'm trying to follow this thumbnail as much as I can. Nope, that one did not work. And sometimes you have to, this is like the really important area by the way as well, so. We're kind of just doing like a graffiti thing. Just kind of doing some abstractions, some abstract shapes. I'm still not digging that one. Man, that was a switch whip. Or that was a downside whip tail tap, I think. I feel like I got these proportions wrong. Sometimes you have to just keep going until you find it. Just trying to rush this drawing at this point. But we kind of got it down. I'm still not digging that helmet though. That helmet's hard. I might even just do a head. Might even just do a face right there. Man, it's kind of weird. I've almost been having more trouble doing the helmets than, you know what I think I messed up? I haven't been doing the, I haven't been 3D'ing it out. We might do a head right there, I don't know. For some reason I'm struggling with the helmets lately. Oops. This drawing is going terrible. I might just re-lightbox it. God is great. He's there when we don't deserve him. For sure, huh? Indeed. The other thing about these drawings, by the way, is sometimes when you erase it too many times, like you only have a certain amount of attempts. That's the other thing, is sometimes when you just go too deep into it, you kind of just start messing the paper up, just like I messed the paper up right there. I might have to just do another lightbox layer underneath this one. It might be one of those days, man, where I'm just messing up completely, but it's okay. That's how some of these drawings are. Like we try and we cannot get it. For some reason I just cannot get this helmet, man. This helmet's hard. It's weird, I feel like a face would just be easier at this point. This might be a long stream. I'm gonna try and get this done in one attempt. So that's generally like how I like doing my drawings. I just like drawing the entire thing just out at one attempt, and then I just don't mess around with it ever again. Otherwise, I'm not gonna finish it. I'm kind of one of those people. It's weird. Like if I just don't finish it, I'm probably never gonna finish it. If I don't finish it the first go, I just get so like bored of it. Running about the cake, hope you get it. Oh, this one's hard. I'm gonna lightbox this, man. This one's just, I messed up something. I think I messed up the proportions of the head. Oh well, this is one of these struggle days. The bike riding went good, but then the drawing's just a struggle. No worries. It's okay. I'm just trying to do everything in one stream. While trying to acknowledge God in all of our ways. Sometimes I wonder, like, how crazy would it be if just, like, pastors just started becoming, like, gnarly, like, streamers, you know? But sometimes I'm curious, like, what they're doing. Sometimes I kind of want to just, like, see their mistakes. Like, do they just mess up, like, writing sermons and stuff like that? I'm just, like, I'm curious. I'm just, like... Or, like, where they're getting their... Are they reading commentaries? Like, I wonder what they're doing, you know? Like... But I guess that would be kind of weird for them, right? Especially, like, if they're like, yeah, I kind of took that from that commentary. I guess that would be a little weird. Okay, that's starting to look, finally kind of looking a little better. Man, I struggle with that thing. Oh my goodness, that helmet took so long. It took like 7 attempts, but we finally kind of got like a. And it's weird because I barely changed it, but. That's how it'll be sometimes. You get to see me fail until something sticks. That's kind of what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if that's just how like the Bible studies are too, where I'm just like kind of just like messing up, and then I actually land something. Just kind of like the bike riding. I'm actually just wondering if it's just like that, but I don't know. I mean, I used to be like that. I feel like I might have like undiagnosed ADHD or something. Because I feel like I just have struggle like focusing on things unless I like do it right away, and then I just get bored of it. I'm like kind of one of, you know what, you know, like when they say like someone that just keeps starting a project and they just have like thousands and thousands of projects. I feel like I'm that kind of person. I just start all these things and I just never finish them. This drawing's just janky. I'm gonna be real. I'm not digging this. I almost just want to restart it. But at this point, I'm just gonna like. That's the thing. I can't win all of them. Sometimes I can just get them down just right away too. But dude, sometimes I'm just like sitting here, just struggling, bro. Today was just straight up the grind, man. Kind of what it feels like. It just kind of feels like I'm grinding a flatland maneuver. Just like grind until something until something sticks. You stick a landing. Dang, this I might even just lightbox it again, honestly. I feel like I just like went over it so many times. And sometimes I gotta do that as well. You know another thing I forgot? I forgot I should have worked on the hardest things first and then worked on everything else. I haven't even been working on these hands. No, we're just gonna try and have fun. This one's just terrible though, but ooh, the grind today. It's okay. Honestly, it's actually not that much of a grind, because if I think about like a full-on grind, imagine if I had to grind out all this armor in an RPG game. like some RPG games, bro, you gotta grind like way longer than just a couple hours for a full set. Sometimes you have to like grind it for like weeks on end. So I guess like that, not that much of a grind. That's cool. I might even just ink on top of this at this point because it's like so dirtified. There's so many attempts on there. Jeebus, dude, this is insane. Oh well, you get to see my mess ups. For a while I was going pretty strong, like without like messing up too much in terms of like the drawing streams. But I think today it's like I'm kind of tired and I'm a little not fully into it. It's okay though. Put a little piece of a little seed. Do like a leaf sort or something. Basically just playing an RPG game at this point. Seth Kimbrough. You know what? I actually forgot. I think Seth Kimbrough is a gnarly believer. This guy right here singing this. I think Immortal Treason. I think that's a Christian band. That's the funny thing. I think that's the name of that band, by the way. I actually forgot, dude. That's so funny. I forgot Seth Kimbrough was a believer. That's hilarious. That is intriguing. I totally forgot about that. Why is this drawing so hard today? I'm struggling with this thing. Oh well, we tried. I guess that's what matters. We attempted, even if it's all messed up. Trying to draw a paladin. This paladin is hard, man. It's kind of crazy. Like, normally paladins are easy for me, but Nikes, man, this paladin is hard. Not an easy paladin to draw today. I'm done. We might lightbox it. I think I might attempt to do that today. I'll put some spice on this guy. Now this is the fun part. It's like being like, what kind of armor do you want? You know? I feel like the armor is kind of like the graffiti aspect of this piece. I'm gonna push this up so I'm in better posture, by the way. I am drawing standing up as well, which is kind of, I'm actually not really too much about drawing standing up, but I feel like it's better for my posture. I wish we could listen to the actual audio for this roadful. Is really good. I basically have every single song memorized from those roadfuls because this is one of the first roadfuls that I really got into. It's like the strap for the shield. Just put crosses. At this, it's kind of fun now. I just like put as many crosses as I can in here. Like this plate mail. And it's like this weird kilt thing on. Helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, belt of truth, boots of the gospel of peace. I'm gonna have to put a peace sign on here. I know this dude seems kind of brutal, but we're gonna have to put a peace sign in here. I know it sounds kind of weird, but this dude is for peace. Maybe I should take these spikes off. Huh. This dude is for peace. We should be seeking peace and pursuing it. Peace sign. Ding, ding, ding. Good. I don't like this drawing. It's like cheesy. I guess we can't win them all, so. No. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the store. To get my mail out. Gosh, this drawing is a struggle today. I think it's because I'm just trying to rush these things. Just try and do one drawing on straight on just the stream. It's okay though. Well, we're having fun. I think that's the big one. I just gotta make sure I have fun. Because once I just get frustrated, I just don't want to, or I guess not frustrated, but bored. So we're gonna draw this bike just for fun. Oh, this is hilarious. Just to draw on a random bike right here. Do 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 do. You're gonna have like the flatland bars. Draw a raven right here. Actually, I need to get some reference for that. Man, we watched like 3 whole BMX videos. This is insane. What's this? I have never watched this, but we're gonna watch it. Let's change this. A different trials video. I've never seen this right here. Let's just get this cheesy drawing done. I mean, tomorrow I might go over. Nah, tomorrow we're just. I just totally like messed up this thing up. Oh, well, screw it. At least we drew something today. For some reason I get burnt out of drawing. I can ride my bike, man, like every single day, but man, drawing, it's just like think about things, but it is fun. It just takes too long. Push this up. This actually should be a bit more up like that. I don't even know what these people are saying. They're saying something. All good was the struggle, but getting back in routine. Are you talking about what you went through? I honestly think, I'm going to be real, I think why I got burnt out of drawing the last time is because I was doing a character almost every single day. And these things just take so long, man. Like, that's the thing is, like, you know, like the graffiti stuff, it's like I can just do it like in you know, I could do it in 30 minutes, but this is like, I got to think about it, and like, you got to measure, I got to do all sorts of stuff on it, but it's fun. It's like playing an RPG game, but an RPG game where we can mix in, you know, glorifying the Lord, but also glorifying the bike. Like, we could just glorify you know, just trying to mix everything together, honestly. What do you like, you know? Trying to acknowledge God in all of our ways. That's what I'd like to think we can try and do, but I don't know if I'm doing the best job at it. Because sometimes I'm like struggling with like my energy levels. Because like I feel like if I were to just maybe draw instead of just ride my bike right in the beginning, like I could, you know, do a way better job. But I'm like drawing right after I ride, so. Is that a raven? I feel like that doesn't look like a raven. Work a sword in it. I might try that. I'm surprised I even stuck this one out. I was about to just end this stream, honestly, but this thing looks like a vulture. How do I make it look like a raven? I think it's the beak, huh? It's the beak for sure. Ravens kind of have like a beak like that. Dude, how cool would it be to be able to like talk to ravens? That'd be amazing, man. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you don't even got... By the way, anybody watching this stream, you guys do not need to watch this stream. It's ridiculous I can even able to stream this long. What's crazy is people do 24-hour streams. You guys are insane. Anybody that does those, you guys are crazy, man. Like Swifty right now, he's doing 24-hour streams. I'm like, what in the world, bro? You're gnarly. You're gnarly, dude. Oh, it's cold in here. I'm like all bundled up now just drawing this picture in the garage. Oh, you just think I'm crazy. Oh well. I feel like maybe that's why I'm drawing so bad. Maybe my hands are cold right now, dude. I'm drawing all bad because I'm cold. I don't know. This one just didn't work out, man. Oh well, you guys get to see all my mess ups. It's okay. I literally drew this helmet probably 10 times. Oh my goodness. I think this foot's a little too big, actually. I don't even know what we're watching a Trials video. I've never even seen this. I just put it on because I didn't know what else to put on. Which I actually, in another life, I probably was a Trials rider. Because I love brakes, man. I'm a full bore brake rider. And honestly, this sword should be out a little bit more. Like it should be like right down there, but... Let's draw some skulls. Dude, I haven't even been zooming in. Oh my goodness. I literally have not even been zooming in on any of this drawing stuff. These are the skulls of Satan's arrows. Satan's flaming arrows impaling into the minds of the unsuspected. Satan's arrows. And this guy's just uncovered just a mound of just people that have just killed themselves or something like that. Kind of grim, I know, but that's the story on this illustration. Have a good, oh, let's see here. What is funny, before you knew you messed up, you were like, this is why we do thumbnails. Yeah, it doesn't, yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the crazy thing. If I didn't do the thumbnail, oh my goodness, I would have been like even more messing up, man. But thanks for tuning in, Creative Fit, dude. This is a long stream, dude. These ones are gnarly long. But yeah, that's actually the big reason of the thumbnails, man. I mean, I can only imagine if I didn't do the thumbnail, this drawing would have taken way longer. Now, one of the reasons why I bring up, like, you know, the kind of the sacrificing themselves and the, you know, is like there is this really mysterious Bible story in Mark, I think it's Mark 5 or Mark 15. I think it's Mark 5, or might be Mark 3. But it talks about the when Jesus went into the town to I guess even exorcise the demon-possessed man. And that story is very peculiar because if you go deeper into the lore of that, right? What's really weird about that story is when Jesus takes the demons, the 2,000 demons, out of the demon-possessed man, the demons ask to go into the swine, right? And what's weird about that is that what's very strange about that is that the swine end up hurling themselves off the cliffs, right? I just find that very mysteriously weird. Maybe Well, I know a lot of people think it's weird, but like I just find it just strangely weird that they would do something like that. Man, this drawing is all weird. I don't know. This drawing's weird, huh? I feel like it's just all dirtified. Like I'm all just like erasing everything, and I'm not confident. This drawing was definitely, I wasn't very confident. We're just like trying to just get it done. Okay, so we got the seed is the word of God. We have helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, belt of truth, boots of the gospel of peace. I need to redo this right up in here. This looks really janky. Okay. Draw a picture. I feel like I can't even talk right now. It's so weird. That's what's so weird doing the Bible studies right in the beginning, because I feel like I'm so talkative in the beginning, and then towards the end of these streams I'm just tired. I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. Okay, let's put a peace sign up in here. Because this guy is for peace, by the way. I know it sounds weird. I know this dude looks pretty gnarly, but he is for peace, okay? I think these shoulder pads aren't really working out. I feel like this needs to be a little bit higher, huh? We've entered into the stream where I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just trying to get this done all in one sitting. I mean, I'm actually standing right now. I'm just trying to get it done. I kind of want to ink it out, honestly, because it's like so dirty that it's just like, I feel like I should just like maybe try and ink it out, but I'll put some rivets. Rivet, 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 rivet. It's kind of funny just like thinking about the song selection. Because I generally, when I draw, I like to listen to like RPG stuff. Just to kind of get in that RPG mindset. The RPG mindset. We're just playing an RPG game right now, man. This is the how can we acknowledge God in all of our ways, huh? Man, there's a lot of crosses. Let's count all the crosses we put up in here. We got 1, 2, 3. Would the sword be a cross? I guess we won't count it as a cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 crosses. I guess I could put a cross right here. We got 10 crosses. Little Easter eggs. It's kind of like, well, where's Waldo, you know? Where's Waldo? Let us bear fruit for the Lord. Whether we eat or drink, let us do it as unto the Lord. Actually, not really thinking about it now. Man, I gotta do it better now. What verse are we gonna put? I think I'm just gonna put an Armor of God verse up in here. I need to watch something else this year. I'm gonna put something else on. I'm just gonna not watch anything right now. Oh, it's like 5 hours only, Toledo. Holy Toledo. Let me put some new batteries in here as well. Oh, there we go. Now we got some light up in here. What verse are we gonna throw up in here, man? Let's see here. Let's do Ephesians 6 or something. I kind of want to ink it out. Let's see. Ephesians 6. Let's see. Take up the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. Or should we do, and take up the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Let's do Ephesians 6:11. I wonder if I'm going to be able to write it in there. I'm going to have to write it really small. Do 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 do. Put on the whole armor of God, comma, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. Did I write that wrong? No. Schemes of the devil. Period. Ephesians 6:11. Did I spell Ephesians? Ephesians. F-P-U-H. S. S. Okay. The flaming darts of the evil one. The flaming darts of the evil one. Oh, that's gonna be funny. It's gonna be like life, and there's gonna be like plant. Dude, that's so funny, actually. There's like death over here, like plants growing over here. Plants growing, plant. Plant the seed. Love the Lord with all your heart, and all your soul, and all your mind, and all your strength. Let us give glory to the Lord of Lords and King of Kings, the Lord Jesus Christ. It's kind of, man, it's so weird over there. Actually, that one kind of, I don't know if it's, darn, this one's all, man. I kind of want to just ink it. I kind of want to ink it out, but it's going to take another 2 hours. We attempted it. For some reason, this one was hard today. I don't know why it was so hard today. It was. We might ink it out tomorrow. Maybe that's what I should do tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another layer on top and ink it out tomorrow. Paladin. Paladin. The Paladin. Paladin, Paladin, Paladin. Armor of God. I almost feel like this needs to be more like upright. I guess not. I guess. Maybe like an arrow, like almost like hit him or something. So maybe there'd be like an arrow right here. That's pretty cool. I kind of like it, but it's just like super, man, just super janky today. Oh well. We tried at least. I mean, I guess we can't win all days, but man, this one was a struggle, dude. This one was a struggle today, man. Holy moly, this one was a battle. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's just end the stream. I can just keep going on and on and on, just fiddling around on this stuff. I don't know if I'm even going to have this one on the thumbnail. Maybe I might clean it up tomorrow and we'll use that one tomorrow up for the thumbnail maybe. Or I might have just this one as just a little thumbnail. Maybe that's what we'll do, because I know we can clean it up better one day or tomorrow. Alright, I think that might be the thumbnail for today's stream. I'll push me a little bit more this way. So messed up. There's just so many things wrong with it. If you really look into it, oh my goodness. I guess we got the overall aesthetic that we were kind of trying to go for, but so I've been noticing these characters take me about 2 hours to draw. I wish I could get it done quicker. I'm wondering what would speed up my process. You know what I might have to start doing? I remember what I used to do. I remember I used to ink it out. I remember I would start with the hardest parts first. Actually, that's all messed up. Darn it. Oh well, screw it. Man, I could just fiddle around with this all, like, just so much, you know? I should have took a little bit more time to do these lines correctly. I was definitely rushing a lot today for some reason. It's like sometimes I feel like if I start rushing, it just takes me even longer to complete something. It's weird. Ooh, I like this song. I gotta do better crossing that Bible. That is not good cross right there. I'm gonna do one that's a little bit more. Dude, this song is so gnarly. Oh man. Dude, thanks for the raid, dude. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm about to end the stream here. I'm just scribbling. I'm just like making all these little changes at the moment. I apologize. I normally don't do these streams that are this long. The only reason why today's stream's long is I'm trying to get back into drawing, and we drew this character out. I know, I've been going on for a while. These characters take me quite a bit of time. I mean, I'm trying to rush these characters too, but yeah, today we kind of got like a paladin going, you know, kind of got like the armor of God paladin thing. We also did a Bible study on ravens today. We actually have a ravens claw. Where is it? What happened to it? There it is. We actually did do a raven study. We actually have a raven claw right here. An actual raven claw. That thing right there. Dude, imagine if I could draw with this Ravenclaw. Dude, that would be crazy. I wonder, does this make any marks? No, it doesn't. Dude, that would be weird, bro. If I could draw with this actual Ravenclaw. But yeah, this is generally what I end up drawing a lot. I like drawing knights. One of the reasons why I like drawing knights so much is because there's so much, you know, like the armor design. It kind of makes me feel like I'm playing an RPG game. You know, like the RPG game where you get to like, oh, well, I'm going to grind for this shoulder pad, or I want that breastplate, or that. And so when I'm drawing these characters out, sometimes I like picture myself, I'm like sitting there almost like playing a video game, but I'm like just trying to grind for like new items and stuff like that. Which today was a grind, man. I messed up a lot today. I'm honestly surprised I'm even still streaming this. It's crazy. I almost gave up earlier. I literally was about to give up. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna end the stream, and then like we just kept going, and we kind of landed something, I guess. Yes, I love medieval stuff. I used to work at medieval times and love to see all the different Oh, dude. Now, I've actually never been to medieval times, but I've seen people. I remember seeing people, they're like eating like the turkey legs, and I would love to go to one of those things. It seems really cool. I actually really, I really like just, you know, studying about armor and, you know, things of just, you know, it's very interesting to me. Man, Creative, are you still here, bro, huh? I'm about to end the stream right here. I'm actually going to raid somebody else, so I don't know who I'm going to raid. When are you going to start streaming, Creative? I would raid you right now, man. The new show is, don't care much about for the script, but the night stuff is still awesome. You know, there was a time when I actually wanted to get into like LARPing and stuff like that, but that stuff can get like really expensive. Me and my friends, we used to just make foam swords and stuff like that, you know, like foam swords and all that stuff. And the thing is that like, I feel like if I were to get older, it would be really cool to like, I mean, if you had like the funds to actually like get custom made armor, like custom made like plate mail. And what I think is very interesting is actually the chainmail, right? Chainmail, which actually I kind of want to put some on here now I think about it. You know, chainmail is like super crazy, man. Like, oh my goodness, how they make it, like, it's so intricate. I'll put some chainmail now I think about it. I'll chainmail up in there. No stream. Oh, in me? What in the world? Thing almost barely fit on the page, man. Now, what's actually crazy is I just saw a video yesterday, and the dude had a Zoolander. Is that what the I think this isn't a Zoolander, but I think it's Zoolander, whatever. It's like this really long double-handed sword, right? And the dude said it only weighed 6 pounds, and I'm like, what in the world? Because I always thought like those big double-handed swords, I thought they weighed so much more, right? But I saw a video or something. Oh, let's see here. That stuff is crazy heavy. One of the guys there who played a night actually made some of his own. They couldn't wear it in the show, but he did wear it to some cosplay things. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually listening to some WoW music. I do play WoW as well. I don't play it as much as I used to, but I used to be very into WoW. I'm kind of like landlocking myself right now. I could be streaming WoW right as I speak. If I get the Ethernet cable. But the only thing is, I feel like if I get the Ethernet cable and start streaming WoW, I'm actually not going to be drawing that much. So I feel like I'm almost landlocking myself to almost force me to draw. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing a lot more video game streams and stuff like that. But I feel like if I choose this as like, this should be my video game actually. Like drawing, making, creating things should be my video game at the moment. That's how I think about it anyway. But anyway, everybody, I think this is going to be the thumbnail. I'm going to put like a little thing like that. And that is going to be the thumbnail for today's stream. And I thank you anybody that tuned in. I don't know if I'm going to get affiliate. The thing is that even if I do get affiliate, I don't think I'm going to put it on. Because what I've been hearing from a lot of other Twitch streamers is they say once they put it on affiliate, they actually lose a lot of followers because the commercials and stuff like that. Some people, I heard some people on Reddit, they said that you should do it once you get a big enough following. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't even care about the affiliate at this point. At this point, I'm just using the Twitch streaming service is kind of just like an unlimited external hard drive. And I can somehow plant some seeds of faith along the way as well. But yeah, in the beginning I was like all tripped out about the viewers, but at this point I don't even care I don't even care if anybody even watches these things. For me, it makes me actually get things done. Actually, that's another thing I've actually heard from some other Twitch streamers is they actually use Twitch as like a motivating thing. That's why you'll see a lot of these Twitch streamers, well, not a lot of them, but there's some that are popping up, and they actually stream, it's called like co-working or something like that, and they basically just stream themselves like, you know, getting things done. It would be easier to sub folks to your channel, easier for me to invite. Oh, okay, interesting. I'll have to think about it. I'll look into it. But yeah, this is the end of the stream, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually going to see if I could raid somebody right now. Let's see who's streaming. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find anybody. I came on Twitch mostly to make friends / get a community. I do paint by numbers for art mostly. Some diamond paintings. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been trying to get back into drawing. For a while, I got kind of burnt out of it because I've been doing it for so long. But it's fun. I need to just find the fun of it. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody we can raid. Do you I don't know what kind of stream you guys like to watch. I mean, I'm trying to think here. Do you guys like Swifty? Because I know Swifty is like streaming right now. Honestly, this dude's a trip. I'm gonna make you guys stream. I'm gonna stream this guy. I'm gonna raid this guy up in here. Sir Derpy. This dude's a trip. Let's see here. How do I do this? Raid channel. Maybe Sir Derby. Let's see. Oh, I have to click on it. Do you guys like Swifty? I don't know if you guys like Swift. I don't know who's in here really. I don't know. This guy is a believer, so let's see here. That's the other thing. I also do Bible studies. I do Bible studies and stuff, so I don't know if you guys understand. So there is a believer that is streaming right now. Let's see here. There's also this guy that's streaming. This guy's actually a really gnarly BMX rider. Actually, we're gonna stream this guy. I'm gonna start a raid on this guy. This guy actually is a really gnarly BMX rider. His name is Spencer Forsman. So we're gonna raid his stream right now. He's playing Fortnite. I'm gonna be really honest. I don't really watch his stream too much, but we're gonna raid this guy's channel. Okay. Now I'm gonna be real. I don't know if this dude's a believer or something, but he is a very gnarly BMX rider. Very gnarly. His name's Spencer Forsman on YouTube. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you guys are gonna watch it or not, but oh well. Why isn't this working? Oh, there we go. Okay, I wonder if I type anything in. Okay, peace out everybody, I'm out of here. I'm ending the stream. Okay, we ending the stream. Farewell. Farewell, Spencer. You have a good one. I don't know if you even still hear me. Actually, let me see if I can get another thumbnail.